Good afternoon, students. This is Jhansi Rani from Chellapalli. I am very happy to see you, and I am very happy to explain this English lesson through this video. First, I congratulate the students, those who are passed in the examination, and the students, those who got highest marks in the English in your previous examination. So I heartily congratulate you because you have done a very good job in your previous classes. So students, I am very happy to explain this lesson to you. Today I am going to explain the lesson, the secret of essay, the secret of work. I am going to explain the secret of work written by Swami Vivekananda. So, do you know who is Swami Vivekananda? Do you know? Okay. So, this is Swami Vivekananda. So, Swami Vivekananda was born in Calcutta on 12th January 1863, and his original name was Narendranath Datta. Vivekananda was a great writer of India. He became a very great scholar, not only of India but also for the whole world. It means Swami Vivekananda was born in Calcutta on 12th January 1863, and his original name was Narendranath Datta. His father was Vishwanath Datta and his mother is Bhuneshwari Devi. And they were very much influenced Swami Vivekananda, and he learned much spiritual values from his parents, and he has a long desire to talk with God. He want to see God face to face. So for that desire, he visited so many places, and he talks with many people, many other elders, and they replied they don't know, they cannot, they did not see the God. But he was not satisfied that answer, so he went to many places, and at last he reached Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. And with his preachings of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda became his disciple. So he was the disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and through his journeys he observed so many people are faced so many troubles, worries and problems, but he could not understand why the people are suffered. So he wanted to know the answer, and he told the people were, what's the reason why the people were suffered. And he said that, finally he said that the cause of the misery of the mankind is their could not understand, and he told that what the cause of the miseries of the world is their ignorance. So because of their ignorance they could not understand, and their miseries could not be cured by physical help. Suppose if we give some money to them, they were not satisfied. They were not utilized that money or anything in a proper way. So they became very agile persons in their life. So he understood that ignorance is the cause of their misery. We should eradicate their ignorance. How we eradicate their ignorance? We have to give education to them. By this education, they were educated and they spiritually motivated. By this spiritual motivation, they can solve their problems. So the solution of the miseries of the world is their ignorance, and the solution is they have to be educated and they have to be spiritually strengthened. This is the solution to the miseries of their problems. So in this first lesson, in this second lesson, actually this is a very lengthy lesson. So I have to prepare a short notes on this lesson. So I will explain one by one. And first I want to give the meanings of the words. The secret of work. The secret of work, written by Swami Vivekananda. So misery. Misery means a state of being in great philosophical or mental distress or comfort. Okay, it means misery means sorrows, woes. Okay, so misery means M-I-S-E-R-Y. Misery means sorrows, sorrow, woes. Okay, and then cease. Cease means come or bring to an end. Incessantly, incessantly, without interruption, constantly, continuously. Bondage, slavery. Inherent, inbuilt. Tendency, likelihood. Impression, a print. Tuck, to push into. Sojourner, one who stays for a short while. Bliss, perfect happiness. Might, power. So I prepared very short answers, very short note on this essay. Now we shall discuss here miseries and its solution. So I have already explained this point. So what is the cause of their misery? Their miseries are by their ignorance. So we have to eradicate their ignorance by educating them, and we have to motivate them by spiritually. With this help of, we can throw away or send away their miseries, and this is the solution. And come to the second point. Work must be a mixture of good and evil. In this world, we have to work for our livelihood. So every work has good and evil. So every work has good and evil. If you good things, that work is good, and if you did bad things, that work is bad. So miseries and its solution. The miseries of world cannot be cured by mankind. Okay, and we should not leave the miseries by physical help. So we have to give protection, and we have to strengthen them, and we have to Vivekananda gives some solution to this problem. The solution is we have to educate them, and we have to spiritually strengthen them. So with these two, we have to solution to this, to the miseries of the people. So we have to eradicate the miseries of the people or humankind with the help of education and spiritual development. Now come to the second point. Work must be a mixture of good and evil. In this world, every work has good and evil. And it means if you did good, it's become good. If you did evil, it becomes evil. Suppose in your life, there may be some evil situations also. So you should not stop there. You should not discourage. You should not be discomfort. You should be encouraged. There are very good days in your life. You have to reach that word. So in this context, Swami Vivekananda explains that a slogan is proverb: awake, arise, and not to stop until you reach your goal. This is the concept of Swami Vivekananda. And come to the third point. Person determined by impressions. Impressions means marks. Here is this. Impression means a print. It means some mudra. Okay, we have some mudra. Suppose you have to see good situations. That good situation printed in your mind. Suppose you have to see bad situations. That bad situation also printed in your mind. That situations determined your life. So you have to do always good things or good impressions. impressions. And come to the fourth point, a man of character compared to a tortoise. This is very, very, very important point. It means a man's behavior, character means behavior, is compared to a tortoise. Tortoise is looking like a very small insect or small tortoise, but it has a great tendency. What is that? That shell is very hard. So if you want to kill or bite the shell into pieces, that the tortoise could not come outside because it has her own tendency. So if you want to that tortoise, you have to keep this tortoise in hot water and you are trying to kill that. After killing this, that you have to remove the shell and then the dead body of the tortoise came, because this is her own decision. Like that, Swami Vivekananda explains that man also should be like that. We should not leave our character. We should not leave our behavior. We should be, whether it is good or bad, we have to be like that only. We have to stand our principles and morals only, like our tortoise. Come to the fifth point. We should work like a master and not like a slave. Okay? Now, we should work like a master. Why? Why we should be work like a master? If you are the master, you can take care of that work. You can do personally, because that work belongs to you. You work carefully and you do not depend on others. Okay, in the result may be good, but that slave doesn't work perfectly, because he expects something from the owner, from the boss, and so he maybe commits some mistakes in his work. He doesn't do interest in that work. So this master, so we should work. So we should we should do our life carefully. We should do our studies. We should build our character. We should build our life in a proper way. We should not do like slaves. So, come to the sixth point. Might and mercy are the two things. These are the two things. Might means power. Mercy means kindness. These are the two things that guide the conduct of men. These are the conduct of the man depends on this might and mercy. In this way, some people do mighty things. And it means they do the things with might, power. Okay, so they may fail, but mercy, this is a quality of divine quality. If you do the works with mercy, you will be blessed with God. You will be blessed by God. You will be prosperous and you will be show mercy on others. And come to the seventh point, similarity between human mind and lake. In this point, Vivekananda explains that there is a lot of similarities. Similarities means the same points, same qualities between human mind and lake. It means in human mind, our thoughts may come and go. Sometimes if you do any work, if you do study and some thoughts, other thoughts are coming into your mind and they went off. Like that, in a lake also, the waves reach the shore. And after that, again they go back to the same. And after that, they may come. And this is the signal of the waves. Like that, the human thoughts may come and go. So, Swami Vivekananda explained these points in this lesson. And the bad impression should be removed by the good impressions. Already I explained you. It means some good impressions are printed in our mind. At the same time, some bad impressions are also printed in our mind. So these good impressions with the help of these good impressions, we have to remove the bad impressions also. Okay, because there is power in good impressions. Good impressions, good happy things we may remember forever. Sometimes these bad situations give pain to us. So we have to forget them. This is the better way to forget these bad impressions. So we have to overcome bad impressions by good impressions. And come to the ninth point, we should not mind the fruit, but we should live on the God. This is very, very, very important. Suppose if you study, if you are continuously study in your studies and you do hard work and again you are doing hard work, but you are not expecting the result. You are not waiting for the result. I am doing hard work. Am I get the job or am I get the successful life? But you should not do. So your work is you have to do the hard work. Then you have to live it. Suppose if you do hard work, you will get success, and you have to leave the result to the God. God will give you the result, the happiest result. So we should not mind the fruit. Fruit means here result. We should not bother about, mind means bother about the fruit, but we should live on the God. We should not expect any reward or fruit. Okay, suppose if you do any good thing to others, if you help to others, you should not expect anything or any fruit from others. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, action is thy duty. Thy means yours. Action. Pani చేయడం అనేది నీ వంతు. Reward is not thy concern. ఫలితం అనేది నీ వంతు కాదన్నమాట. So you have to work first. This is your duty, and the reward is not thy concern. Come to the 10th point. We should not motivated by any desire or any feeling or hate or love. So we should not be, sometimes we should not be motivated by any desire. If suppose if you have some bad desire, you may lead to the bad ways. So you should not motivated by any desire or any feeling or hate or love. And there should not be any effect on the mind of the work. It means, suppose if you do any work there, so if you think other works disturb this main work, so we should not be disturbed by other works. Not attachment will lead to the freedom of soul. It means, if you have any attachment to the work, and you have no freedom to your soul. If you do the work, after that you have to leave it. And if you develop any intimacy or attachment to that work, it may lead to the freedom of soul. And it means, if you not attached with that work, you have to some freedom to your soul. You can do any work, anywhere. We should do like a stranger in the world. This is very important point. We should do like a stranger. We should do like a stranger. It means we do like a ordinary man or a stranger, a new person. Stranger means new person in the world. And the whole of nature for the soul, not the soul for nature. This is also very important. The whole of nature for the soul. This is for our soul only, not the soul for nature. Come to the last point. One must work with love and liberation without expecting anything in return. So we must work. You must love the work. You must. Here Abdul Kalam says one thing. ఇష్టపడి చదువు, కష్టపడి చదవద్దు. ఓకే, ఇష్టపడి చేస్తే అది మనకి ఎంతో మేలుగా ఉంటుంది. సో వన్ మస్ట్ వర్క్ విత్ లవ్. నువ్వు చేసే పనిని ప్రేమించాలి. సో వర్క్ ఈజ్ వర్షిప్. Okay, it means if you do that work perfectly, you can do service to God also. Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. So work is worship. The point work is worship is present here. So one must work with love and liberation without expecting anything in return. The liberation of the human soul is the main aim of human life. Okay, what's the important point in our human life is the liberation of our soul. Our soul must be free, and we have to use that soul in good things and good jobs, and we have to use this thing in service of God. So at last. The all points are in this, the last point. What is the secret of work? It means we can work continuously. We can work incessantly. Okay, we can work incessantly. We should not stop your work. Whether it is good or bad, whether it is success or fail, you have to continue without expecting anything in return. So you should not expecting anything in return. You should not expecting I will got the state rank, or I will got IAS topper. But you should not expecting anything in return. So you should not expecting anything in return with love and liberation. Okay, children. So what is the secret of work is we can work incessantly. It means continuously. This is the main idea of this the lesson, the secret of work. So children, you are also motivated by this work, and you should follow the advice of Swami Vivekananda. You should motivated. You should be continue your life, and you should not be discouraged. There is a bright future in you. So you must be enlightened, and you have the bright future. So you must be very good in your life. This is the secret of work. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, children.